He is back. This is my skeleton, of course, and it's funny. My kids started calling him Steve. Somehow they've tied it back to Minecraft. I have no idea. Anyways, I'm digging this guy, and he goes out for Halloween, but I'm keeping him out year round, at least in here, because I like him so much. And he's now become part of our family. So that is the skeleton in the Metagamers family. Anyways, let's talk about Apple. So, of course, this past week, Apple announced their new iPads, and we also heard about the Mac Pro, which looks really, really cool. We heard some other things about Mavericks and their software going free, which was really cool. But I want to talk about the iPads for a minute here. So, with the fifth gen iPad, they've renamed it the iPad Air. It's gone down into a thinner, lighter form factor. So, it's going to resemble a mini, but of course with the 9.7-inch screen. So that's one of the things that they announced. They also announced the iPad Mini with Retina, which everybody's wanted since day one. So that's nice. And then what was interesting for me is one of the things that I've been wondering is would they level the playing field when it comes to chipsets? Because of course the Mini always lagged a little bit behind. And they did. So both tablets now have the A7 chipset in them. So really all you got to deal with as a consumer is deciding, what do you want? Do you want a bigger screen or a smaller screen? And that's what it comes down to. So I'm excited about that because it's pretty cool that you don't have to worry about the Mini being less powerful now. For me, I'm going to pick up both. I'm going to get the iPad Air with Wi-Fi only, and then I'm going to do the iPad Mini with Retina with cellular. And the reason why I'm going that route is in the past I've had cellular on my full-size iPad, and I've only used it a few times. Now, if I go on short trips, sometimes I've left the iPad at home. It's not a overly large device, mind you, but I always kind of wish that my Mini had Retina because I could see myself carrying that thing around pretty much everywhere, even if I went out to a coffee shop. Whereas today, I'm not so inclined to bring my iPad out. Not because it's huge or anything, but it's just not as portable. So that's why I'm doing the cellular for the times that I need it where I can't get Wi-Fi, and I'm going to do it on the Mini. So what do you guys say? Are you picking up one of these devices? Both? None? You going to wait? Yeah, a lot of people are complaining that, hey, Apple really hasn't reinvented themselves with these things and they're just repackaging them now. It's easy to say that, but at the same time, with the chipsets that they're putting in them, I mean, it's hard to say that too, because while it's not the in-your-face, look, we're doing something totally different, they are increasing the horsepower of these machines. And so that's in a way good enough for me. It's not something where, if you're buying an iPad every year when these things come out, maybe you're less impressed by it, rightfully so. But if you're going to buy an iPad maybe once every 2 years or thereabouts, it's a pretty substantial jump, I would say. So I'm pretty excited about it. Again, leave your comments down below. Now, a couple of things about gaming here real quick. If you guys follow me on Twitter, that would be at Metagamers. The Nintendo 2DS, I was talking about this for a little while, and I really, really thought that the 2DS was a console geared towards younger kids, maybe, 5 or 6 and under. I gotta tell you, I had a chance to play with one, and I'm really impressed. I mean, it's not going to go replacing my 3DS XL, mind you, but I was impressed because of how comfortable it feels in the hands and the placement of the buttons, and it's just really nice to play for longer periods of time, and just it feels comfortable. So, and the price point isn't that bad either. I mean, at the retail price of $129, it's not that bad. Of course, we're already seeing sales on it. At least I am in my area. I've seen it as low as $109. So we may see it come Black Friday, which is one of the busiest shopping days here in the US. It's the day after Thanksgiving. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw it for $99, which I think is a great deal for something like that. So, of course, you don't get 3D. It only has one speaker, so you don't get stereo, but it's got a headphone jack, so you can plug your headphones in. And there's a few other things about it as well, but I still think it's a good deal. Now, there's rumors of a limited edition 2DS with Luigi coming to the States. I believe it's been announced for Europe. Looks pretty cool, white and green, and then the buttons are green, and it's got an embossed Luigi on the back as well. And that looks pretty tempting if that comes out. Speaking of Black Friday, GameStop's Black Friday ad leaked out, and they've confirmed it's real. It's not fake. They're trying to figure out how it happened. And I mention that because there is an ad in that Black Friday leak for 2 limited edition 3DS bundles. The first one is for your standard size 3DS, and it's for Luigi's Mansion. But the one of interest to most people is for the 3DS XL, and that would be for a Zelda bundle that includes a gold and black limited edition 3DS XL, gold on the outside on the top, black on the bottom, Triforce from Zelda for the design on the outside, and then on the inside it's all gold as well. So it looks pretty cool. And I mention this because I don't know how limited that one's going to be. I would venture to say, from the looks of it, it's probably going to be more limited than the recent Pokemon X and Y units that came out. Which, by the way, if you haven't picked one of those up yet and you're looking to do so, you better do so soon, because at least in my area, the stock of those is drying up. You look online, it's pretty much dried up now too. And you're not going to be able to get it much longer. So I'd be surprised if they still have the Pokemon X and Y limiteds by U.S. Thanksgiving holiday. So that's that. Hey, one of the things I want to build into Casual Friday here is a segment where you can ask me anything. I guess it's the Ask Rick portion of this. So if you got a question for me, and it can be anything. I mean, what's my favorite TV show? What's my favorite band? What movie am I watching at the moment? What game am I playing? Whatever you want within reason, leave it down below, and I'll select some of those if we get questions at all, and I'll answer them in this segment in the following week. So you can ask away. The giveaway. So last week it was the Pure Gear Slim Shell, this guy right here, for the iPhone 5C, and this is going to Linda Says What. So Linda Says What, congratulations, you got that. Send me a private message here on YouTube, and full name, shipping address, and reminder. Everything for this month of October goes out the first week in November. That's when I'm shipping out. And then for this week, hey, it's my stretch at a Halloween sort of tie-in here. I've got the Hard Candy Cases triple slider pack for your iPhone 5 or 5S. That's this right here. I've done a review of this on my channel already. Real nice slider. Get it? Candy, hard candy, trick or treat, Halloween. There's your tie-in, kind of black here. So that's my, get up at a Halloween tie-in. If you want it, leave a comment down below. Better yet, say trick or treat in your comment, and mention why do you want the hard candy cases. So if you do that, I will select one person to receive the triple slider case for the iPhone 5 or 5S, and I'll announce them next week right here in Casual Friday. That's it. Get ready for Halloween, right? Have a good time, everybody, and I'll see you next time. See ya.